Let's do it. It's been a long time since I played this game, so let's see what it do. Starting. Oh, Act 1 play. Launching. Oh, okay. An old hound in a straw hat. All right. Joseph sits between the gas pumps and a queen and armchair. Did you hear that wreck? Truck full of bottles. I don't know, beer bottles, whiskey, lots of tires or something. Lost a tire or something. Spilled booze and glass all over the interstate. What a mess. His name is Homer. His name is Blue. Just some dog. I don't know his name. We'll call him Blue. Blue sounds like a sweet old hound. Some jerky for Blue. I made it myself. Didn't turn out too well, but I bet a dog will eat it. I've been driving all evening looking for 5 Dogwood Drive. It's the truth. You've got to stop and breathe in that road. I bet when you're driving out, you let your eyes wander up in the tree line and you just... So, where's Dogwood Drive? How long you been working here? Pretty okay, you know. I have an advanced degree and a few publications. Pretty okay here. Listen, you and Bluewood have been driving up and down 65 all night. Dogwood Drive is on the other side of... Well, to get there, you've got to take the zero. The zero is a tough route to find, but you can use my computer to look up the directions. You'll have to head down the basement and reset the circuit breaker first. I'll be happy to have those winding lights back up anyway. The basement door is back in our office. Appreciate your help, friend. Oh, and here, take this lamp. It gets dark. Turn it off, turn it back on. Okay. Wait, what's over here? Oh, it look nice out here, though. All right, we're in the basement. Yeah, kind of basement it is. What? Emily, Ben, and Bob sit in the folding chairs behind a worn card table. Papers, oddly shaped dice, and highway maps cover the tabletop. What? Conway cleared his throat. Have y'all seen a circuit breaker down here? Oh, sorry, didn't know there was anyone down here. To Bob, did you hear something? To Emily, no, sorry, I was looking at the rules again. To Bob, it gets easier as you go. Look, you said you rolled a 5, right? That means you get to pick up your marker and move it around anywhere on the map. To Ben, so it's your turn now, right? Oh, I guess so. Where'd put that 20-sided die? I don't see it. Did you drop it? It should be easy enough to find. It glows in the dark. All right. I don't see anything glowing in the dark, man. A dusty, rusty sign is bolted onto the wall. These are the rules. No open flames into gasoline, no consumption of beer or beers on the premises. In case of sudden darkness, do not panic. Relax, count backwards from 5. Strictly limit the time spent in the basement to fewer than 3 minutes of every hour. Thanks for the sparks, Dubbers. And all sparks became before it. I appreciate that. Oh, there's a game piece. Conway picks up the glowing 20-sided dice and inspects it. The number 5 is facing up. It's just a small piece of plastic, but it has a reassuring, almost comforting weight. He places the object in his jacket pocket. Alright. Let's head on up. Get these dudes their stuff. Oh, never mind. They gone. The folding chairs are arranged around a worn card table. The chairs are empty and the surface of the table is bare. Alright, place it on the table. It glows in the dark. Should be on the table, right? Whatever. So where's his computer at? Told me he had a computer, man. There it is. Just listen to those lights whine. Yep. Well, I better go get those directions to head to Zero if you don't mind. There's some people down in your basement playing some kind of game, but they're gone now. In the basement? No, I don't think so. Maybe that lamplight was playing tricks on you, huh? Well, strange things happen underground, especially in the dark. So, computer's in the office. You're looking for Marquez. She knows her way around these roads. She'll get you to the Zero. The password is... damn. I usually just fill it out. Muscle memory, you know? It's kind of long. Kind of like a short poem, I think. One of those short poems that really sums it all up. You'll figure it out. What? Who expects you to figure out his password? That made no damn sense. This dude talking about. Conway taps a key, waking the computer from his reverie. Joseph? Password. Typing. Wheels slide loose. The stars drop away. I talk and listen to him talking. I don't know. Nobody saw the accident. The moon throbs. You just breathe road. The lights whine. We'll only get later. Password accepted. How's it going in there? Figure it all out? Sure you are. Messages, address book, games. Alright. Message 1 from Donald Hotmick. Message 2 from Accounts Consolidated Mail. From Donald Hotmick. Fragments them of lovely forms. Joseph, I know it's been a while, and I know you're still sore, but there's a whole world in here. We need your help to unmask it. Yes, the caves are cold and damp, and we are old and lame. Never mind, I can't remember why I even started writing this. I missed those days in the lab with you and our dear Lula. Maybe you found your own Xanadu. Well, so have I. Alright. Read message 2. From Accounts Consolidated Mail. Dear Equisoils, this is an urgent automated message that your account is overdue by more than 14 days. In response, we have switched you to our low reliability Dirty Power Plus plan. Consider making a payment immediately to obviate the need for us to switch you to Sustained Brownout Select. Sincerely, your friends at Consolidated Power Co. Friends. At least they didn't just turn his power on. Oh, here they don't play. They cut your shit off. Address book. The Zero. Dogwood. Marquez. The Zero is not real. Dogwood Drive. It's not real, okay. Just Marquez then. Marquez residence, 100 Macondo Lane, head northeast on 65, and then turn left as soon as you see that ugly tree that's always on fire. What? Look for the barn at the base of the mountain there. Can't miss it. Got it! Out there on Macondo somewhere, right? Yeah, that's it. Hey, look, while you're down there, I loaded that old TV of mine into your truck. I borrowed that thing from Weaver Marquez a number of years ago, and now that power is all weird over here. I can't pick up anything, but static and public access anyway. She was always more of a reader, but maybe she was always more of a reader, but maybe she wanted it back at home. It's nice TV. All right. Is that all there to the computer? I thought there was other stuff on the computer. So what kind of games you got, man? Games is not real. Oh, then why is it on there? Full of shit. Sun's going down. You and Blue better get on the road if you're going to make your delivery. All right, Blue. How's it going, Blue? Take it easy, Blue. How's it going, Blue? What do you think of this place? It's odd. I've never noticed it while driving by. How about a treat? Here's some jerky from the gas station attendant. He's a bit odd, isn't he? He reminds me a bit of your old man, Ira. Do you miss that guy? He was a good man, a good boss. Alright. Time to dip out, y'all. Conway has places to go. Oh, shit. I don't know how any of this works. What's this? The exterior of the Barron Rural Electrical Cooperative Corporation is a dingy beige, sprinkled with fading graffiti. The front door hangs open from a broken hinge. The windows are dark. Enter the front door. Room feels empty with no furniture other than the built-in front desk, host to a disconnected telephone and a few empty beer cans. Meandering lines of color have been spray painted along the walls. Behind the desk, a hallway leads into darkness. Pick up the telephone. Conway lifts the telephone receiver to his ear. There's no dial tone. The phone is disconnected. Listen closer. Conway closes his eyes. With the phone pressed up close to his ear, Conway can hear a thin, quiet roar, like the ocean or the highway. Enter the hallway. The hallway passes several smaller office doors. It quickly disappears into the darkness. Something is glowing in the distance, barely. Walk to the dark end of the hall. The door at the far end of the hall is tightly closed, but a warm glow bleeds in from its edges. Open the door. Conway opens the door at the end of the hallway. The handle was loose, and the door swings open easily. The hallway fills with warmth, light, and the smells of smoke and coffee. About a dozen men and women sit around a campfire in the middle of a large room. Cubicle walls have been cut into pieces, some leaning up against the walls, and some arranged into stacks of firewood. One of the women waves to Conway and offers him an empty chair. It's missing wheels, but is comfortable and easily adjustable to his height. Someone takes a pot hung above the fire and pours coffee into the styrofoam cup. Conway accepts it, and they all return to watching the fire. Huh. Alright. That's the thing that happened. Oh, Bowling Green Road, gonna Rider, look, ain't no more. There's a diner here. Let's see what it do. The diner doesn't appear to have a name. A vinyl banner slung above the door reads, 24 hours. It only has a window, behind which the blinds are tightly closed. Conway tries the door. The door swings open easily, a bell rings nearby. The interior of the diner is pitch black. Wait a moment to adjust to the darkness. A bit of errant light from the nearby highway creeps through the open door, and gradually Conway is able to make out a few figures inside. Two old men in trucker hats sit in a corner booth with a checkers board set on the table between them. A young woman standing behind the counter in an apron must be a waitress. The cook stares blankly from the kitchen. The door slams shut and the room is dark again. Sit down at the counter. He hits his knee on something hard and metallic, winces quietly, and then carefully finds his way to a stool. He places his hand on the counter. Another hand, a young woman's, rests itself on his. She guides his finger to a laminated menu. Conway closes his eyes, opens them, maybe closes them again, impossible to differentiate. Order waffles? Waffles are a safe bet, even at some darkened hole in the wall. Conway squints hopelessly at the menu, searching in the dark for some legible text. He feels a warm hand against his cheek and freezes. Her fingers run across the stubble on his chin. Stubble of his chin, he feels like apologizing. She leans forward and so does he. What is happening? Jesus. What are y'all doing around here? Not on Interstate 65, all right. It's Equus Oil. Oh, there's a wreck that he said he was talking about earlier, right? Oh, this one's visual. Damn, somebody lit. What a mess, huh? That gas station attendant was right. Booze and glass all over the interstate. I bet he could hear each bottle break. Alright. That's all there is to it. And it's back into the night. The office of Buffalo Creek Rural Electric Cooperative Corporation is almost invisible from the road. Its parking lot overgrown with weeds and its facade sheltered by ivy. A sinewy shadow obstructs the view through the window. Look in a window. Alright. Enter through the front door. Conway enters the front door. The floor is loosely covered in dirt. Parts of the carpet have rotted with exposure to rain, while mushrooms grow in some corners of the room. The wall behind the front desk has been mostly rotted away. It looks fragile. Push through the back wall. Conway pushes through the moldy back wall. Conway finds himself in what may once have been a conference room. The floor has fallen away in pieces and filled with a dark green mire. The walls of the conference room are decayed and damaged. Push through another wall. The drywall dissolves as Conway pushes through it, falling in damp clumps in the marsh. He breaks through into a long hallway. The glow of bioluminescent fungus casts a faint blush on the walls. Conway has the feeling he has interrupted something. After a moment of silence, the frog chorus resumes. But why is there... So imagine what the frogs are saying. Museum. A sign in front of the building just reads museum. The lights are off, but the front door is open. Enter the museum. Conway steps through the museum's doors. A few feet inside the museum doors, the ambient sound of the highway drops sharply away. The room is cold, dark, and still. A book lies open on the table in the center of the room. An open hallway extends to the left. Large glass doors bar the path ahead. Walk through the glass doors. The glass doors won't budge. To apply any more force would likely break them. Force through the doors. Conway applies more force to the doors. The glass shatters. Somewhere ahead, a light switches on. After a moment, it switches off. The room is dark again, and the floor is covered in broken glass. Conway's steps echo against the hallway's marble floors and arched ceilings. Plexiglass boxes line the walls. The hallway dead ends on a darkened display case. Conway examines the boxes on the walls. The first box, just a few feet into the hall, contains an assortment of bird wings. Some are missing feathers. One large, brightly colored wing almost glows in the moonlight. Its feathers are intact, but a piece of bone pokes awkwardly out from the tip. Conway examines the darkened display case. The display case is several yards wide, but just a few feet off the ground. It's unlit, and back in its corner of the darkened museum, very little moonlight creeps in. A gold-plated plaque on the surface of the case is a bit easier to read. It recounts a short history of fowl hunting in the region and speculates abruptly about the nature of addiction. All right. Let's look at the book. There's no title on the book's spine or cover. A 3-word phrase written in pencil on the first page is smudged and indecipherable. On the first page, someone has left an ink drawing of a horse. Several dozen blank pages later, at the end of the book, is an elaborate ink drawing of a one-legged man working an antique adding machine, surrounded by whiskey bottles. The sign in front of the building reads Museum. The lights are off, but the front door is open. All right, we've already been here. Nothing else there. Let's go this way. Church. A singing chorus echoes from within the church. The building is 1 story tall with a pitched roof and a 3-story spire rising from the front. The section of the spire is made of stained glass. An interior light illuminates the pines in red, green, and blue. A large LED display glows in the parking lot. Light of the last Great Awakening Baptist Church. All right, enter the church. Conway approaches the church doors. The front doors of the church are modest and worn. They are locked. Walk around to the rear of the building. The ramp leads up from a few dusty metal trash cans to the church's back door. Look in the trash cans. Conway opens a few of the trash cans and looks in. One is a bit of something leafy and rotten stuck to the bottom of it. Another is full of unlabeled videotapes. Enter the church's back door. He finds himself in the kitchen lit by a buzzing fluorescent ceiling fixture. On the counter are a plate of moldy bread and an empty Dixie cup flexed red around its waxy rim. A set of swinging plastic doors on the far wall lead out of the kitchen. Conway pushes open the plastic doors. What is that noise? Conway pushes open the plastic door and walks through. Vacant pews sprawl unevenly into the church. A small raised stage lies to Conway's right, bare except for a tape recorder. The tape recorder's power cord runs to an outlet near Conway's feet. Unplug it. The singing stops. The lights fail. All right. Enough of that. Airplane. Oh. This is a graphical one. What? 2 shirtless, shoeless men push a light aircraft along the highway. Occasionally, one or the other slips a bit on the sweating asphalt or stops to pull back his hair. Not gonna talk to these dudes. The men are nearly broken. The rubber is almost worn away. Soon these men will be dragging this airplane. Why are you dragging that airplane? Alright. Trying to understand. What the hell are you doing? We've been this way, right? A guitar player. A young man in gray stained clothes sits by the side of the road. He is playing a worn guitar. To his left is a blue mug. To his right, a weathered dog. Conway stands and listens. The young man strums absently on the guitar, hums tunelessly, and occasionally mumbles a word. Put a dollar in a cup. Conway pulls a wrinkled dollar bill from his back pocket and puts it in the young man's cup. The young man stops playing, pulls the wet dollar bill out of his whiskey, and hands it back to Conway. Oh, shit. We didn't know. Didn't really give us a detailed description of the cup. And there was no choice for it. Oh, man, like my whiskey. God damn. I have no idea where I'm going. Let's see, field notes. Head northeast on 65 and turn left as soon as you see that ugly tree that's always on fire. What? Oh. Some dragonflies too, I think. The truck jerks towards the shoulder and nearly run off the road by a swarm of dragonflies. Their wings beat briefly in the headlights and disappear into the night. A tall black oak burns on a hill above the road. Alright, I guess this is the area. Oh, there it is. Marquez Farmhouse. Following instructions, I guess. Act 1, Scene 2. Act 1, Scene 2. Marquez Farmhouse. Jimmy Marquez jumps out and beats the shit. Nah, I'm just kidding. Conway. Pretty dark out here, huh? So I guess we just head up the path here. The farmhouse is up a hill a bit. Keep an eye on the truck, alright? Man can borrow you a treat up there. The street lamp lights the base of a dusty path leading up the hill. Alright. The dog gonna follow me? Okay. A family graveyard is set off to the side of the house. Headstones are inscribed with the surnames of the unfortunate Nowakowski, Padilla, Marquez. All right, headed to the house. Oh, I was just thinking, what a lovely house we have. Do you like it? Have you been here before? Did you happen to see an owl? Sure, it's a nice house. No, I've never been here before. I didn't see any owl. I know, I saw it out the window once. Big, ugly thing, all sound and fury. Well, it's gone now. There used to be another house here, but we had it destroyed and we built this one. It was very expensive and we got quite underwater. What's up, dude? What do you do for work? Is it too difficult or do you like it very much? I was once a mathematician. Are you looking for something in particular here? I drive deliveries for a small antique shop. I'm looking for the Zero. Oh, you're lost. And that old blind man sent you, is that right? Of course he did. He's nice. Did he say anything nice about me? Did he send along a gift? He asked me to return this. He asked me to return this TV set of yours. Will you please set it up? Then I can explain to you how to get where you're going. The zero, I know. Alright. Got your TV. Why are you sitting around in the dark? Trying to understand. Apparently I lost connection to one of our... Which one is it? Oh, YouTube had an error. God damn it. Alright. Hopefully it's still streaming there. That's not how it's supposed to look. You've made a mistake of setting it up. Is it a foreign object to you? Which of your parents was it who wouldn't allow you to watch television? Ma thought she heard ghosts in the static. Dad thought it was radioactive. I know how to set up a TV. Okay, I'm skeptical. You have it all backwards. I'm not surprised, are you? Have you been paying attention? I don't think you have. It's time to start paying attention now, Conway. Look closely at the television. What? We on drugs? There's a couple of horses out there. Is this the television? Or a window? Hey, wake up. You spaced out for a minute there. The picture on the TV. What do you keep out in that barn? It used to be tools and feed. Then barns. Now I think it's mostly spiders. That TV is picking up the wrong signal. My cousin Shannon would know more about it. She fixes TVs for a living. Well, she used to. I think the new models are giving her some trouble. So I really just need to get to your cousin? That's my father's brother's daughter, Shannon. We're about the same age. Well, we used to be. She's older now. She has a workshop up north a ways by the lake, right where Peonia and Wax Road meet. It's a big bait and tackle shop, and she fixes TVs in the back. Do you like fishing? Honestly, I'm not convinced you should bother with the zero. I'd much rather you find my cousin and fix my TV, but I'll get you headed the right way. So it's pretty easy. Get back on the 65 heading north, then take the first right after the artificial limb factory. From there, your arrival at the zero is basically inevitable. Nice to know you, Conway. Keep your eyes open, especially in the dark. Well, alright. Yo, where'd she go, B? You talking to dead people? Oh man, Conway got the ability. I see dead people. You not go downstairs? An abandoned spiderweb stretches across the bottom of a saucepan. A skillet is seasoned with dust. Disguised, a disused wood-burning stove is set up in one ash-dusted corner of the room. It's cold to the touch. Apparently somebody hasn't been in here in a long time. And it doesn't look like you can go downstairs despite it being lit up. I'm just gonna go outside. Get my eyes about it. Oh no, maybe it's outside now? It's open. I don't know. I feel like you should be able to go downstairs, right? My man taking his time. No, you really can't go down there. Why show it? Whatever. Whatever, man. Back to the truck. There's some horses out there behind the house. Remember the horses you and Lizette and Ira had? I guess they don't sleep in the barn. I miss them sometimes, the horses. Let me get up out of here. Alright, she said something about getting her TV fixed. Well, let's go see what she's talking about. What road she saying? Up north of Wells by the lake, right there. Up north of ways by the lake, right where Peonia and Wax Road meet. By the lake. Over here? It's on Netta Road. Netta Road. Cub Run Road. Oh, there it is. Conway pulls into a bait shop parking lot. Vaulted above the road on the thin steel bar, a handwritten sign reads, "Live bait, minnows, small and also large, for stripers, snipe crawlers, chips, and beer." A green flyer hangs loosely from a bit of masking tape at eye level. To the shop's right, a dirt parking lot sprawls unevenly into grass and then eventually trees. The bait shop is open. Conway reads the flyer. Computer printed type in bold font surrounds a clip art illustration of a TV set. The TV has eyes, arms, and legs. His shoulders are slouched. On the screen is a cartoon expression of exhausted nausea. A hot water bottle rests against its wire antenna. TV repair. No model too old. Inquire within. We do sell digital converter boxes. All right. Narrow aisles crowded with lures, reels, rods, and snacks divided the shop lengthwise from the entrance to the cashier's counter. The left wall is lined with turning tanks of water. Look into the tanks. The 3 metal tanks aren't labeled, and the water is too agitated to get a clear view of what's inside each one. The contents of the first tank are vaguely gray. The second is a muddy pink. The third one is clear, but shiny silver flecks occasionally flash across its surface. Why would I reach into any of these? Conway's fingers slip through something fleshy but inert. The sensation is nauseating. Alright, remove it. Reach into the first tank. Conway's hand brushes against something roughly the size of his palm. Conway's hand comes into contact with a scaly, uneven surface. As he runs his fingers across the bottom of a bead of sweat bridges the inches from his temple to the water surface. Something bites at his forearm. He recoils. The water seems to tremble with life. Conway can't tell if his hand is being nibbled by fish or massaged by artificial current. As his eyes near the surface of the water, he can see something colorful glowing faintly at the bottom of the tank. Well, obviously he wouldn't be a nibble if he was able to remove his hand. Alright, let's go to the cashier's counter. A wiry cashier stands behind the register, preoccupied with the Sudoku puzzle. A handwritten sign on the door behind the counter reads, "The TV repairs by appointment. Please consult with cashier." The cashier knocks a few times on the door and waits, occasionally glancing at his puzzle. After a few moments with no answer, he notices a smaller note written on the sign, reads it, and then points it out to Conway. "Weaver, I got your message. Have left for the old mine. Don't know if I will see you there or what. Ready either way, Shannon." Ask about the basketball game? The cashier switched on the radio. An AM sports broadcast is playing, but Conway can't be sure if it's meant to answer or drown out his questions. Alright, let's go back to the tanks. A tremor spreads from his elbow to his fingerprints, tips, and up to the base of his shoulder. His vision flickers. The water's running warm under his skin now, and now the sensation that something is about to snap. His eyes close. He lays on a rooftop. New shingles rough beneath his back, swelling in the noon sun. He is exhausted. It must have started before dawn. His legs are sore from holding stable on the uneven surface, his wrists from breaking old sealant, his fingers from carefully lifting shingles to hammer down new ones. His boss, Ira, yells from the idling truck below. He shades his eyes with his hand. A beer would be good. It's barely past noon, but he's worked a full day already. What could the harm be? Maybe a shot at the counter, just to get his eyes open. Then a beer. He could offer to drive into town for lunch and stop at the place on Cumberland. The cashier pushes Conway roughly on the shoulder. He's been talking, yelling maybe. It's all an echo now. Conway looks up, his neck stiff with pain, his right palm still tingling. The cashier points to the tank, then above it to a few holes torn in the wall, nail holes from which an electric sign has come dislodged and fallen into the water. He helps Conway to his feet, looks at him pitifully, and returns to the cash register. This dude got electrocuted. Let's do the last one, the fleshy tank. As his elbow passes into the pinkish mass, he realizes he's about to be sick from smell and pulls away. Alright. We out. So now we got that flyer. We can probably find Shannon's, right? Oh, we still got a Northways by the lake still. You said it was past the lake shop, right? I think we're on the right road. Because it says right where Peonia and there's a big bay there. Oh, she's at the mine now, right? Where the hell is the mine? We didn't get directions to the mine. I should go back and ask the old man. Maybe you know. All right, I will. Act 1, Scene 3. Oh, my bad. Act 1, Scene 3. Eckes Oils. Who this? The pimp named Slickback? A man with a large pair of antlers slung over his shoulders is speaking with Joseph. And that's the only a few miles outside of Ogdenville anyway. I don't think you could do much better for accessibility. And they got that new gas station and folks get lost. But maybe they should feel lost, Joseph. Just as lost as then as we are already lost. Or always already lost. Just like poor itinerant Silas, wandering the road looking for a home. Well, that's a way to look at it, I guess. Well, hello. I heard that old truck rumble on up. How's Blue? Say, maybe you can help this fellow. He's looking for a venue, is how you said it, right? Sure, I have an old friend who runs a bar, and they've got a real big stage. Oh, no, it can't be indoors. Impossible. But I'm obliged you stop a moment to help me work this through. Let me explain my charge. I've dedicated my last 12 years to the design and orchestration of life's great work, a grand, broadly experimental theatrical adaptation of The Death of the Hired Man by Robert Frost. How do you mean experimental? Well, drama really is my second love. My higher calling is pseudoscience. Pseudoscience. Pseudoscience is the eternally fruitful marriage of whimsy and process that has yielded such poetic specimens as astrology, venereology, canals on Mars, and homeopathic medicine. I hope I have the time to explain how my pseudoscientific theory of poetics find expression in this play, but now I am in a delirious rush. The event is to be performed tomorrow morning just before dawn, but in the spirit of tragedy, our venue fell through at this last moment. I've been out all day driving the highways looking for a replacement, eyes fastened to the landscape, like a hawk scouring the field. So like a hawk, in fact, that I failed to keep an eye on my gas meter. I'm here waiting for the tow truck to bring my car so I can get back at the task. Well, I don't mind keeping a lookout for a spot. I'm on the drive anyway. So what kind of venue are you looking for? Somewhere outdoors, somewhere intimate, somewhere tragic. If you have attention to spare on your drive, I'd be grateful. All right. Oh, let me talk to Joseph. Well, here you are. Do you know where an old mine is around here? Around here? I guess not. Oh, unless you're thinking of the old Elkhorn mine. That's over northeast of here on Hardyville. But you can't get in there anymore. It's all fenced up. They had an accident. All right, let's talk to him again. Met your friend Weaver. Huh? Now, you say you met her. She was there? Just for a minute. Did she left suddenly? Okay, I guess she had somewhere to be. Wouldn't take it personally. It's good that you met her. I knew that Marquez family years ago when Weaver was a young girl and her parents were studying local folk songs. Smart family. Well, some of them are smart, and the rest are wise, if you know what I mean. They hit some trouble a while back, and it kind of tore them all up. But you know, everyone hits trouble at some point or another. Well, not everyone, but most of us do. Hey, if you see Weaver Marquez again, tell her I'm sorry about her aunt and uncle, and I hope I'll be seeing her soon. Many thanks. All right. Well, we know she did, right? I ran across a strange museum up north a bit. Oh, that old place. I heard they keep a huge archive. Hey, next time you're up there, take a look in the archive room and see if you can find any of my old work on file. It'll be under Wheatree. That's my last name, Wheatree. The archive is just through the wall hall of glass. It's these big plastic doors, kind of hard to spot, but the texture is a bit different than the rest of the walls. All right. What else we got for this, homie? Well, here I am. Yep, I'm hard at work, as you can see now. Don't distract me. Ha. You like your work? I haven't got a lot of options. It's better than being in a ditch. I haven't got a lot of options. Well, who has options these days? You know, I went to college for almost 12 years. I have an advanced degree in electronic writing. What is that? But I guess I took the low road in the end. Electronic writing. I don't know what that is. All right, let's dip. Big Apple, 3 a.m. What are we doing? Oh, going to the museum first, right? If I can remember where it's at. I think it's like here. Yep, there it is. Front in front of the building just reads museum. The lights are off, but the front door is open. Enter the museum. See if we can find that place he was talking about. Feel the walls. The walls are completely smooth and strangely warm. Conway can feel his breath and sweat condensing on the surface. No, they're not completely smooth. One wall is a bit more tacky, like it's bleeding a bit in the heat. Conway presses gently and the door swings open. Rows of filing cabinets line the walls. The room is lit intermittently by a quivering fluorescent bulb. All right, open the cabinet. The label on the cabinet reads Artifice, Failure. It contains several articles, CD-ROMs, prints, and punched cards. Each is stuffed in a large yellow envelope and labeled, for example, Q, Lavelle, 2010, Portal, Freger, 1986, Mondo Medicals, Soderstrom, 2007, The Postman's Choice, Baudier, 1967. The label on the cabinet reads Generosity, Loneliness. Contains several articles, CD-ROMs, prints, and punch cards. Each is stuffed in a large yellow envelope and labeled, for example, Calamity Annie, Anthropine, 2008, Cart Life, Hoffmeyer, 2011, Minichi, Bryce, 2012. The sea will claim everything. Kyratsides, 2012. Alright. The label on the cabinet reads Memory, Regret. It contains several articles, CD-ROMs, prints, and punch cards. Each is stuffed in a large yellow envelope and labeled, for example, Everything I Do is Art, but Nothing I Do Makes Any Difference, Part 2, or I'll Learn to Stop Worrying and Love the Gallery, Riley, 2006. Digital, A Love Story, Love, 2010. Radiator 1-to-1. Polaris, Yang, 2009. Brace, Copas, 2012. The Cat in the Coo, Brinson, Valia Najad, 2011. Alright, let's keep looking for the old man stuff. The label on the cabinet reads Sorrow, Zero, Some. We can ignore that part. Siberia, Sokol, 2002. Prisoner's Dilemma, Sarah, 1974. The Walking Dead, Telltale, 2012. I know these games, they sound like for me, this is a game. I don't know if this is a game. I don't think so. No, it's definitely not a game. It's probably a book, though. The Walking Dead, Telltale is definitely a game. If I had my way, I'd tear the building down. Wheatree, 1985. Examine if I had my way. Okay. Conway examines the manuscript. A few hundred sheets of paper are roughly stitched together in this manuscript. It seems to be a video game written in a sort of awkwardly English-like code. Flipping through the pages, Conway is able to gather that it's a story about three characters, Joseph, Donald, and Lula. It's something like a tragic love triangle, but much more complex. Some kind of tangled, painfully concave love polygon. The label on the cabinet reads, Sorrow, Zero Sum. Alright, well, we read it. Leave the room. Broken glass grinds under Conway's boots as he walks down the hall. He has a feeling of being in a larger space. Very little light reaches the far end of the hallway. Feel the floor? Wait, go back in. I don't know. You can feel the floor. God damn it. The floor is completely smooth and strangely warm. Conway can feel his breath and sweat condensing on the surface. Alright, we're gonna leave. So we found that part. Drive away. So now we gotta find that mine? I already forgot what the old man said. What is this? Creek runs alongside the factory and a grinding stone from within the building is faintly audible from the interstate. Floodlights on the lawn illuminate smokestacks. At the end of the building's parking lot, a large sign, partly obscured by trees, reads Artificial. Okay, this is the lamp factory. So this is if we want to get to Route Zero, which we don't want to do yet. Because since I have forgotten where the old man told me where the mine is, I'm going to go back over here with us and ask him again. Hey, old man, where that mine at, playboy? Act 1, Scene 4. Ekis Oils. Oh, that dude's gone. Joseph, well, here you are. Found your game in that museum's archives. Yeah? If I had my way, I'd tear the building down? He'll have that? Oh, damn. You know, I think that's about the best thing I ever did. Nobody's played it. Someday I'll have to tell you about my friend Donald. We worked together on that one. Halfway through, we kind of fell out, so that's why the game ends so weird, you know? One day I'll have to tell you about that. All right. Hey, where did Mr. Carrington go? Oh yeah, his tow truck came, so he gassed up and left. He's also the pilot of that car. And I guess he's back out looking for a venue. He said he hoped to run into you again, though. Or maybe we'll hear about it on the radio. I'll keep an ear on it for you. Can we play this man game? Game's not real. Okay. Living on the weekend like usual. Guess we gotta find the mine on our own because I forgot where it is. On the road again. You can't help I'm on the road again. I can't help I'm on the road. Again. I think I'm gonna try to beat this and then I'll be done with this for the night. I am starving. My stomach is dying. But I will try to struggle through to get to the end of this episode. Oh, there's the dragonflies again. The dragonflies vary their pace. As the truck approaches, they scatter. After a minute or two, Conway can hear this swelling whine. Can hear a swelling whine to the southeast. Oh. The truck pulls up to a house with an intensely bright porch light. A cloud of dragonflies swirls around the light, darting, hovering, turning at right angles. There are no lights on the house. A stencil on the mailbox reads 2880 Beaker Boulevard. And below, written in marker, no solicitors. I work for long hours and retire early. Alright. But that wasn't the southeast, was it? Oh, maybe it was. Whatever. Oh, we don't want to leave. I think that's Route Zero. We're trying to find this mine first. It says on Elhorn. I think it was the Elhorn mine, right? Maybe we find Elhorn Road. Find it. No Limb Dam Road. Gap Hill Road. Morgantown Road. Where's road at? Well, where's mine at? I mean, feel like I've been everywhere. I've been everywhere, man. Weird. I've been all over this place, right? I'm not drunk, am I? Am I not supposed to find a mine? All right. All right, I guess it's another thing. I'm gonna search this dude's computer real quick. Act 1, Scene 5. Eckes Oils. What's up, old man? Well, here you are. Better get going, though. Why the scene's changing? Wait. Wasn't one of these about a mine? Wasn't Xanadu an old movie or something? Shit, I don't know. Hey, there's just nothing there you can do. Whatever. I'm out. Can't find the road. I mean, I can't find the mine. Your boy is heading on down the road. He's on down to Route Zero, baby. You on the on ramp. Act 1, Scene 6. Elkhorn Valley. Oh, well, here he was. Wasting my time. Blue got a hat on? I didn't know that. How's it going, Blue? Huh? Not sure that lady was right about the on-ramp to the zero being here? I guess you just can't tell with some folks. They're liable to run you around just for kicks. Well, try not to get frustrated. Maybe we look around or get back on the road. I don't know. Alright, I'm gonna go look around. This is the mine, right? Alright, so you have no choice but to go inside. Be careful, Blue. Act 1, Scene 7. Elkhorn Mine. Dun-dun-dun. Nah. Shannon speaks into a large brick cell phone held up to her ear. It's $200 for 2 weeks. Oh, am I Shannon now? I don't know what she's saying. Yeah, it's kind of an emergency. Inaudible. I guess he can't kick me out for another week or two. But I guess he can't kick me out for another 2 weeks. Yes, and I appreciate that. But, okay, if you're right. Okay, you're right. Okay, I'll talk tomorrow. Talk to you tomorrow. Love you. Shannon hangs up the phone and puts it away. Excuse me, ma'am. I saw the light was on and I'm looking for the on-ramp. Are you here to kick me off the property? Oh, no. I guess you don't belong here either, do you? Do you work for the power company? Are you just out wandering? Ha, well, I do drive a lot. Just me and the road mostly when the sun is out. Is that your job, driving? Here's what it is. I drive deliveries for a shop called Lizette's Antiques, and I'm out trying to finish this job. You're making a delivery to the mine? Oh, no. I have a delivery for 5 Dogwood Drive, and I can't remember ever seeing that address before. And I heard I need to take a highway called the Zero. So I met this young lady name of Weaver Marquez, and she sent me this way. So here I am. Uncommon kind of place for an on-ramp, but that's what it's been like so far anyway with... What? Weaver Marquez, do you know her? So you saw her tonight. I know Weaver. She's my cousin. I'm Shannon Marquez. Oh, you're the one who fixes the televisions. That's right. Did she tell you that too? Of course she did. Weaver doesn't lie. One time when we were younger, she told me my dad had been in a terrible car wreck. There was crushed metal everywhere, and we'd been hearing it echo through the house for years, she said. I was very upset, crying, and then my dad walked in the door, just come back from a trip to the junkyard collecting scrap metal to fashion into wind chimes. I was angry, but she said it wasn't a joke, and it wasn't a lie. At the time, I thought she meant it was a riddle or a puzzle. But Weaver's not a puzzle. She's a mystery. So what are you doing down here, Shannon? I talked to Weaver earlier this evening too. Or anyway, she talked to me. It's hard to tell if she's listening sometimes. Weaver told me I had to come down here to the Elkhorn mine. She said I'd find something I've been looking for. Where did you see Weaver? In my workshop. She just appeared. I hadn't seen her since a long time. It's not such a bad thing, you showing up now, all told. I'd rather not go down there alone. Your dog should stay up here, though. It's not a place for a dog. This is an old mine. It runs pretty deep in tangle. If we're going to go down into it, find your on-ramp and whatever else, we've got to keep our bearings. I don't want to get turned around. I got some gear here to measure conductivity, frequency response, stuff like that. Maybe we can find a way to put a signal out ahead, do some analysis, and figure out what kind of topology we're up against. Sure, let's look around. Doo-doo-doo. So I was just Shannon, but now I'm back to being old Conway. Do gotta get off her butt. You walk a little bit faster than him, don't you? That runs into the mine's PA system. Do you think it still works? Only one way to find out. The little light on the front of it is off. Oh, there's no power. Yeah, okay. Even when this old mine was up and running, it was tricky to keep stuff powered. You know, the miners used to have to pay just to run the fans and the lights. Yeah, they got paid in these shitty plastic tokens, coal script, you know. If you want to run the fans for a bit to clear the air up, you have to put a token in. My parents used to work here, so did Weaver's parents. I guess a lot of folks' parents worked here. So let's just head up into the mine and see what we see. Can we power it up? I bet we just have to free up some power for the PA system. Everything is rationed. Here, set up that lamp of yours, and I'll go unplug these ceiling lights. I heard the speakers back here crackle a bit. It's on now, right? Try saying something into the mouthpiece. Well, Okay, I hear you. We need to measure the echo delay time and figure out how deep the tunnels run. Just make some noises into the mouthpiece. Scrape a coin across the mouthpiece. Knocks on the table. Whistles. Damn, that's a long delay. These tunnels run deep. I bet some of them have ruptured or joined up with a cave system. Right. I set up a spectrum analyzer, so just say something into the mouthpiece and we can get a sense for how narrow the mine tunnels are. Just don't be shy. Say anything that comes into your head. Tell me a story about something, or what did you have for breakfast today? My boss got a real big job in Louisville. We fixed up a church roof once. It should have taken us an hour to get there. It seemed like a big project, but doable. But then the thunderstorm hit and it was too late anyhow. But I was too hungover and we ran late. Got it. Looks like the tunnels are pretty cramped. Yeah, low ceilings. Hope you're ready to stoop a bit. You're probably used to it. Why would you think that? He's a truck driver. Oh, maybe because he picks up stuff? One more test. We just need to know if the air is breathable or if it's too thin or too dense. Just sit real close to the mouthpiece and breathe. I'll measure the resonance of your breath with the air in the tunnels. Just try to relax. Try to breathe naturally. Getting some pretty strong readings here. I think we're in good shape, but keep at it for a minute. Conway breathes and relaxes as a pill of feedback and loose rock engulfs him. Uh-oh. You're making too much noise. Guy caught in a cave-in. Act 1, Scene 8. Final Fantasy VIII. Elkhorn Mine. Jesus, are you alright? What the hell? My leg is stuck. Shit, okay, I'm gonna pull you out. I have to get you out of here. Here you go. Okay, are you hurt? You put any weight on that leg? That's fine. Just try to stand up. Careful. I'm right here. Damn. Don't worry, I've got you. That leg is in bad shape. Here, let's get you onto the tram. There you go. Now let's see if this thing has power. Okay. Well, okay. That's some luck, right? We should be able to ride this tram. Ride out one of the auxiliary exits. There are any. I think there are. I can walk. No way. You need to stay off that leg or you just do more damage. We'll just find the exit in there and figure out what to do from there. That's our first priority. So the controls are over on your side. Let's get moving. I know how to use it. Alright. Game pretty wild. Oh, you saw that? Dudes appeared in the background. Ooh. Shadow dude standing around. We gonna murder you. The scarecrow. He's a scarecrow and he got the boogeyman around. Got it. The souls of dead miners, man. They might not even be doing anything to y'all. They might just be you know, following their patterns. Thank God. Okay. Let's peel around down here a bit more first. Oh, no. Wait, can we do something? There's something we can do down here? But only with the light on? Doesn't look like it. No. All thing is, bro. I waste of time. You talk to any of these dudes, man? Let's have a conversation, man. Oh yeah. I still like to look around a bit. I think I saw a tunnel with some broken tracks back there. I was wondering what's back down there. If you wait for me here, I'll go take another look around. Whatever you need, I'll just wait for you here. Thanks. I'll be right back. Shannon time. A paper tag hanging from the bird cage by a string. Canary, 25 tokens. Canary sold at the company store. Do they also sell respirators? No bones in the cage. The bird must have been set free, or maybe the cage was cleaned. There are cardinals at the Louisville Zoo, and other birds, ostriches, eagles, emus, canaries. Too common, too small maybe, but they have starlings. Starlings aren't much bigger than canaries. All right. So now what? A pile of tape reels is jammed into the top of the tram. That must have been thrown on in a rush. Reels are unlabeled. The tape is decayed. Lizette and our son Charlie talked about a piece of music he liked made with old decaying tapes. What was it called? Something about... Charlie had the most bizarre taste in music. Weird, noisy computer music. Where did he even hear that stuff? Louisville, probably. Or college. He was a smart kid. Damn pity. You did, huh? The notebook at the top of this dusty stack is labeled in black marker. The label is dusty and smudged, but it looks like it might say horses, houses maybe, or verses, even crude and hurried handwriting too. Lizette has immaculate handwriting, pristine and measured cursive, never a stray mark. For the last several months, she filled out the receipts for each order. Since that young couple complained about the handwriting on the other slip, it's carbon paper. Anyway, it's bound to wear away over time. If they're so precise about their records, they should put it on the computer anyway. Where is she at? We got to go, man. Hey, what about Shannon? There she is. Hey, stranger. I didn't think you were coming back. Did you find what you were looking for? Yeah, maybe. Look, we're not going to talk about that anymore, okay? Fair enough. Sorry. No, I'm sorry. I'm just on edge. I'll be okay once I get away from this mine. How's the leg? I can walk on it, but it's slow, but it's painful. Oh, I've got some painkillers here that could help you out. I got them from a friend when I sprained my wrist installing a security system. You better let me drive, though. They're pretty strong. I can handle it. Yeah, maybe the best. Don't worry, I've been driving since I was 9. I still need to find the zero. Well, it's like I told you. Weaver doesn't lie. If she sent you here to find your on-ramp, this is where you should be looking. Or maybe you just weren't listening closely enough. And that's not exactly what she said. I saw Weaver at my workshop. That's up north by Lake Nolan, right at the Wax in Peonia, in the back of a bait shop. Pretty glamorous, right? These are the times we live in. She's either up there or back at the farmhouse. Whichever you want to head to first, just let me know. Alright, let's go. Goddamn legs! Lizette's Antiques. I guess this is your truck. Surprised? It's kind of old. No, I'm not surprised. I guess it's an antique too. I think it suits you. Well, thanks. Partner. How's it go? Blue, this is Shannon. Nice to meet you, Blue. I got some dried banana slices in my bag. Would you like one? I don't really like them anyway. Take care of your friend here, and there's more where that came from. Alright, she's pretty nice. At least the version of her that I created. Alright, let's dip. Shannon's driving. Heading to her home. She wanted you to fix her TV. She kind of wanted Shannon pull into a bait shop parking lot. Vaulted above the road on a steel-thin bar, a handwritten sign reads, "Live bait minnows, small." We already read it. I said, let's go visit the old man first before we do this. I like to go back to him for certain things. See if he got any updates. Or see if he's ever seen Shannon before. Act 1, Scene 9. Ekis Oils. Getting late. I had to eat me some food. So. We're the jelly ankle. Who's that? It's me. It's me. Oh, that sounds like one of the Marquez ladies. Well, I know it's not Remedios. She's back out in Knoxville these days, so... Hello, Shannon. How's the economy treating you? It's nice to see you, Joseph. My friend is looking for the zero. Do you know how to get there? Oh, yeah, that old delivery driver. You think of that guy anyway, just between us. His hands shake when he's not using them. He smells like leather. Well, a lot of drivers keep one arm out in the sun all day. Could be worse, I guess. There's a cable guy comes through here pretty regular, but he smells like warmed up fish food. But it's like I told him, I can't get you folks to the zero, but I bet you can get there, especially now with the two of you. It's not great. No, I guess it isn't. Now, they got me working days and nights, but at least people still need gas. Kind of different in your line of work, isn't it? Well, I'm sure they'll come around. Maybe some old TV show will get popular and everyone will want the old TVs again. That's not really how it works. Alright. It's me. Oh, never mind. I had nothing new to say. We out, Playboy. Wasting our goddamn time. Time to go. Conway and Shannon walk around to the side of the building into the workshop. The walls are lined with the cheap metal shelves loaded precariously with vacuum tubes, awkwardly shaped metal casings, and coffee cans full of electronic components. Shannon leads Conway to the back of the room where a few TV sets in various states of disassembly are set up on a rough wooden table. She flips the switch on the power strip and they're all plugged in and the TV sets tremble to life. A ghostly white wobble flickers along one screen in a rhythmic pattern. Another is just snow. A third, a small security monitor in the middle of the table, is oscillating between different shades of black. Conway asks Shannon where she saw Weaver. Shannon points to a small security monitor on the table. The image on the screen is just black, but it seems to be fading slowly, almost imperceptibly, between different shades of black. Shannon tweaks a few knobs on the side of the monitor, but the picture doesn't change. Conway stares at the security monitor. The screen is cavernous black. It hums and swells at the pace of the tide. Conway loses track of the workshop's walls. They could be inches away or miles. He is adrift on black water, traveling swiftly toward a rocky shore. There should be a lighthouse or a buoy by these rocks. It's too dangerous. Shannon switches off the power strip. Weaver is not here. Alright, so she at home. To the house! What it do, baby? Why does this game look so weird on this screen over here? Maybe it's because of the frame rate too high. Frame rate is 640 when I'm playing this game. When I'm on the map, at least. Act 1, Scene 10. Marquez Farmhouse. Alright, what it do, baby? Now the old man gotta walk all slow. Over there, busted up. What's happening? Oh, there she go. Good person. Open him up. Oh, shit. There's nobody buried here, you know. It's decorative, I guess. Or it's art or something. I don't know. Decorative. What are the names on the headstones? Nowakowski, Padilla. I don't know those names. Maybe the people who lived here before. I know when they bought this property, they already had a house and everything. Or maybe they have some other symbolic meaning. Oh, look at that headstone. Marquez. I used to think that was for my parents. Now I don't know. Alright. Be better if you help me up the stairs. Oh, now you just walking over. Do-do-do. Ha ha ha. Nah, you heard it again. So this is where she was. Yeah, it makes sense. This is where Weaver and her parents lived. They took out a bunch of loans, you know, and had this place built. Do you have any debts? I never really had any collateral. Something to be said for that, I guess. My parents were like that until the company store found a way to get to them. For my dad, it was tokens to run the fans and air purifiers, and for my mom, it was canaries. Two solutions to the same problem, but they sure sounded different. Weaver had debt too, a lot of it, all tuition. She said she was a mathematician or something. Yeah, she studied some esoteric stuff about something about using math to translate between Spanish and English. I think eventually Weaver put those math skills to work on all the red numbers in the family checkbook and got a clear sense of just how hopeless their situation was. So she left. I guess she just drove away in the middle of the night. They woke up in the morning and the car was gone. Never came back. Until tonight. Someone else told me to come here and talk to her. She seemed really focused on that old TV. Oh, that's not something you see every day. That old TV right there, well, that is a damned antique for you. I had a model like that in the shop once, but I had to sell it off to make rent. Most painful decision I ever made. Say, do you mind if I open it up? Looks like the dials are all corroded and the screen is leaking light a bit. Come on, I bet Lizette would never forgive you for letting a specimen like that fall into disrepair. I don't know no Lizette. I mean, that ain't my TV. Is it Lizette or Lizette? I'm gonna say Lizette. Oh yeah, these tubes are all messed up. Looks like they've been in a swamp or a cave or something. There's moss growing on this one. That's okay, I have a few spares in my bag here. Here, I pulled this one out of an old computer monitor. Just needs to be recalibrated a bit. Okay, that oughta... Should be seeing something now. You seeing anything? Hey, that looks dangerous what you're doing there. Damn, okay. Here, I think the contacts are dirty. I don't go telling my customers I clean off old vacuum tubes spit. There, just gotta turn it north and south and... You ain't supposed to have it on while you're doing it. What the fuck? Oh, now they're driving into it. I think. What's going on? What happened? All right. Oh, end of act 1. Well, that sounds like a good place to end it then. What are they? Limits and demonstrations is the next one. So we completed this one. The limits of the entertainment here and there, long blow. Okay. Alright, y'all. Oof, I'm already thanks for y'all dropping by. Thanks for the hosts and all that good stuff. And I will see y'all tomorrow. Well, not tomorrow. I don't know. We'll see if I do anything tomorrow. But my schedule was complete for the week. I forgot it's Thursday. Maybe tomorrow. Nah, I'll see y'all Monday.